January 6, 2026, a date that would soon be etched into the memory of millions around the globe. By midday, the digital world was on fire. Phones buzzed with notifications, and every screen seemed to pulse with urgency. News tickers flashed red. Automotive earthquake. Headlines screamed of an unprecedented crisis shaking the very core of the auto industry. Stocks for legacy automakers plummeted, their values dropping minute by minute as panic spread through the markets. It wasn't a recall or a strike. It was something deeper, something that threatened the very foundation of a century-old industry. A single speech from Wang Chuanfu, CEO of BYD, sent shockwaves worldwide. Newsrooms scrambled to keep up, reporters racing to break the next update. Social media exploded with Manan's car wars. The hashtag trended globally within minutes as millions joined the conversation, sharing opinions, fears, and wild speculation. Memes showed crumbling Detroit factories and futuristic BYD cars, contrasting the old world with the new in a single image. On factory floors in Germany, workers stared at plunging stock charts, fear spreading like wildfire as uncertainty gripped their hearts. These were people who'd built their lives around the internal combustion engine, dedicating decades to perfecting their craft. Now, a man they barely knew was declaring their work obsolete, their expertise suddenly irrelevant in a world racing toward electrification. In Dearborn, Michigan, executives held emergency meetings, faces tense as they tried to process the scale of the threat. They'd seen the threat of electric vehicles, but thought they had time, years, maybe even decades to adapt and respond. Wang's speech shattered that illusion in an instant, leaving no room for denial or delay. The hurricane had made landfall. The storm everyone had feared was now a reality, sweeping away old certainties. The message was brutal. The world they dominated for a century was over. The assembly line slowed and the future loomed, uncertain and unstoppable. The future was here, and it wasn't waiting. Electric vehicles zipped through city streets, symbols of a new era already in motion. The impact was immediate. Confidence evaporated. The industry's foundations trembled, and the sense of security vanished overnight. The world watched, breath held, as a new era began. In living rooms and boardrooms alike, people sensed history unfolding before their eyes. The shockwave was just beginning. The aftershocks would reshape industries, economies, and lives for years to come. The epicenter was a stage in Shenzhen, China. The city, known for its relentless innovation and rapid transformation, was the perfect backdrop for what was about to unfold. Wang Chuanfu, not a showman but an engineer at heart, delivered a seismic message that would ripple across the entire automotive world. The era of legacy automakers is over, he declared, his voice calm and unwavering, yet carrying the weight of a revolution. A new age has begun, defined by electricity, software, and speed. The words glowed behind him, signaling a dramatic shift in priorities for the industry. The auditorium fell silent. This was more than a speech, it was a declaration of war against the old guard. Wang described a future where cars are no longer just vehicles, but intelligent, connected platforms, capable of learning, adapting, and communicating. The new kings of the industry, he said, would be those who control batteries, chips, and software, the very building blocks of tomorrow's mobility. He didn't need to name BYD. Everyone in the room, and watching online, knew exactly who he meant. His speech went viral within hours, sparking fierce debate across social media, newsrooms, and boardrooms worldwide. Some called it arrogance, a bold overreach. Others saw it as the undeniable truth, a wake-up call for an industry in denial. Younger engineers and tech leaders rallied behind him, inspired by his vision and the promise of a new frontier. The old way was broken, and Wang voiced what many had felt for years but never dared to say aloud. For global markets, it was a lightning bolt, a sudden, electrifying jolt that signaled the end of business as usual. He drew a line in history: 20th century companies built on oil and steel versus 21st century companies built on electrons and silicon. Investors, governments, and consumers now faced a choice: cling to the past or embrace the future that Wang had so clearly outlined. The transition was no longer gradual, it had become a revolution, accelerating with every passing day. There would be winners, those who adapt and innovate, and legendary losers, left behind by the relentless pace of change. The world realized, perhaps for the first time, that even the most powerful brands might not survive this upheaval. The rules had changed overnight, and there was no turning back. To truly grasp the power and influence of Wang Chuanfu, the visionary behind BYD, we need to journey back to where it all began. Let's look back at the humble origins of BYD, a story that started with little more than ambition and a dream. In 1995, Wang, then a young chemist with big ideas, founded BYD in a tiny, unassuming workshop in Shenzhen, China, a city just beginning its transformation into a tech powerhouse. The company's mission was clear from the start: to build better, more affordable, rechargeable batteries that could power the next generation of devices. Facing fierce competition from established Japanese giants, Wang and his team reverse-engineered existing designs, dramatically slashing production costs and making batteries accessible to more people. Thanks to this relentless drive, BYD quickly rose to become a major supplier of batteries for mobile phones, fueling the global mobile revolution. But for Wang, batteries were more than just a business. They were the key to unlocking the future of energy and transportation. In 2003, BYD made a bold move by acquiring a struggling automaker. Industry analysts were left scratching their heads, unable to see Wang's long-term vision. Wang's strategy was simple, yet revolutionary. Control the very heart of electric vehicles, the battery itself. BYD set out to build a closed-loop ecosystem, manufacturing everything in-house, from batteries to vehicles, ensuring quality and efficiency at every step. While competitors outsourced production, BYD insourced, creating a fortress built on battery technology and self-reliance. Early BYD cars were often dismissed as cheap imitations, but the company learned quickly, improving with each new model and iteration. They didn't stop at batteries. BYD built the entire supply chain, from mining raw materials and refining chemicals to producing batteries, motors, and even their own chips. Quietly and methodically, BYD transformed into a fully integrated technology giant, with capabilities few could match. The once humble battery maker was now poised to reshape, not just the auto industry, but the entire landscape of global technology and energy. BYD's true power is vertical integration. Unlike rivals, BYD makes almost everything itself, from lithium mines to microchips. This control slashes costs and speeds up innovation. During global supply crises, BYD's factories kept running while others stalled. Their resilience let them build cars faster and cheaper. The crown jewel, the Blade battery. Its design is simpler, safer, and cheaper than traditional EV batteries. In crash tests, it barely heats up, solving EV safety fears. BYD's mastery of the entire tech stack is its secret weapon. While rivals coordinate with countless suppliers, BYD sprints ahead. The Blade battery isn't just a power source, it's a symbol of BYD's philosophy. Simpler, safer, more efficient, a new way of thinking. In boardrooms from Wolfsburg to Dearborn, Wang's message confirmed their worst fears. Legacy automakers had survived wars and crises, but now faced a new threat. The shift to electric wasn't just about swapping engines, it meant rebuilding everything. Retooling factories, retraining workers, and investing billions, all while selling gas cars to fund the change. Bureaucracy slowed them down. Decisions took years, not weeks. Their culture prized stability, not rapid innovation. Engineers skilled in mechanics now faced a world ruled by software. The car had become a smartphone on wheels. Legacy automakers announced bold EV plans, but faced delays and losses. They sold early EVs at a loss, desperate to compete. The Titans were no longer in control. They were struggling to survive. The rules had changed, and they were playing catch-up. At the core is a clash of philosophies. The old way internal combustion engines, hundreds of moving parts, mechanical mastery. The business model thrived on complexity and after-sales service. The new way batteries and electric motors, elegant simplicity. Few moving parts. No oil changes, no exhaust, no spark plugs. The expertise is now in chemistry, electronics, and software. Value has shifted from hardware to user experience and software. For legacy automakers, engine expertise became a liability. Their supply chains and service centers face obsolescence. BYD, electric from the start, never had to unlearn the old way. Their engineers think in kilowatt hours, not horsepower. They innovate at dizzying speed, updating batteries and software in months. It's mechanical perfection versus rapid software-driven iteration. In this new era, speed and adaptability win. BYD's global strategy rests on three pillars: price, pace, and expansion. First, price. BYD's control of its supply chain lets it sell EVs at prices Western rivals can't match. Affordable models like the Seagull and Dolphin make gasoline cars look expensive. Second, pace. BYD launches new models at tech company speed. outpacing rivals. Rapid iteration lets them respond to trends and fix issues fast. Third, global expansion. BYD now ships cars worldwide, building dealerships and factories abroad. They're exporting not just cars, but their business model. Aggressive pricing drives sales, which fuels more innovation and lower costs. This virtuous cycle is hard for old competitors to break. BYD's strategy is a well-oiled machine. Wang's warning wasn't just talk, it was a blueprint in action. The competition is always a step behind. BYD is setting the pace for the world. After Wang's speech, a chilling silence fell over legacy automakers. Publicly, they were defiant. Privately, fear took hold. Internal data showed BYD's brand and sales surging. Cost analyses were grim. They couldn't match BYD's prices and make a profit. Engineers and workers feared for their futures. Towns built on the auto industry felt the tremor. Some called for tariffs, others realized only radical change could save them. The old rulebook was useless. The game had changed. The shock of 2026 was just the beginning. Legacy automakers faced a stark choice: adapt, innovate, or vanish. The future belongs to the fastest and most innovative, not the biggest. Companies must master technology, software, and AI, or fade away. Transformation is risky but essential. BYD stands as the vanguard, outmaneuvering giants with its integrated model. Their head start is hard to match, the road ahead is uncertain. Will old titans reinvent themselves, or become relics? The roar of engines is fading, replaced by the electric hum. The future belongs to the bold, and right now, no one is bolder than BYD.